Hello boys and girls, my name is Yoshi, and welcome back to my 100% blind playthrough of Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity for Nintendo Switch. If you're watching this video right now, then this is the continuation of my full week of just doing Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, like I said. In the previous video, we started to hunt down some more challenge battles we needed, since we need to do them all anyways for a secret. And we're going to be using what's called the new level system. What you probably don't know is you can actually label what missions are needed based off of their recommended level, and that's how we're going to do them from now on. We're just going to basically do these one by one, if they aren't mentioned on the list, instead of just going to each area. And we're just going to keep doing that until we eventually see any challenge maps that appear, because we got to the point where we are not seeing the ones that we need for the secret. In the meanwhile, we could do defend Hyrule Castle, but anyways, that's not what we're here to do. Because in the previous video, we did Urbosa the Gruel Chief and collected all the Koroks there. Now we must go to the Yiga clan attacks mission. I believe this is actually back over here. Yeah, it's over here. Sorry to not be too boring, but we're gonna bring back Zelda. Oh, wait, yeah, we can't. Never mind, we cannot bring Zelda into this mission. Wait, apparently we can bring Koga, though. Probably because he's not in the mission normally. I'm gonna actually stick with my normal team, and I think what I want is Impa, Link.
It will be my honor.
Okay, Link is locked to that spot apparently for some reason, but that's fine. Impa and the King will accompany us, and we want these two because they seem to have the strongest weapon attack power. The King is also becoming one of my favorite characters to use anyway. You know what? I am going to do a quick money setup, but I don't think I should spend a lot of time on this mission, so we'll just do the easiest version of each to make, so it doesn't take a while. We'd still want to do this, though, because, again, the more materials we get, the better. Looks like we're going to have 8 chests and Koroks each in this battle. But yeah, other than that, if you guys are confused why we're doing it this way, because I mentioned earlier, I wanted to focus on getting all the Koroks done. So yeah. Well, Zelda's just chilling. We have to protect her, I think, in this mission, and that's probably why we weren't able to do anything. Skip this cutscene. From here on out, also, if there's any double battles that get played... Oh my goodness, that's 2 cutscenes. Makes you realize how long of the game, at least in the storyline, is just spent watching cutscenes, man. Being able to skip those saves a lot of time. Also, this one had a really big effect, because it made us take a while to go through here. Alright, well, we're gonna go here, grab a diamond. I think we need to go here to get our first Korok, though. Bam. Just like that, we found it already. So we have to actually help fight these guys. Where do we go after this, I wonder? Diamond times 5 is probably one of the best items we can get, because that sells for a lot of money. Alright, King, go to this Yiga Master real quick, and then we'll start sending him down the right path to collect collectibles over there. Link has left the battlefield now, taking Zelda with him, apparently. The tricky part is figuring out how to actually get to these chests. Pretty trolly, in fact. Oh, here we go. Another one of these Magnificent Sons. A lot of these chests are really hard to see if you're not doing the trick properly. This isn't the Koroks. Oh, here it is. Not too bad, actually. This one area will probably end up taking me the longest to figure out stuff, since we have to get all of the secrets in here. It also helps to be able to zoom in on the map, too. Okay, we got this chest. We got this side chest. Let's go up top right. What's the goal for this? Any divine pilot beast being is bad, apparently. If they are here. Okay, that was pretty simple. Koroks should be, we could just probably raise this one. Oh, okay, this one wasn't a Magnesis one. We just had to get it. Sometimes they spin around when you hit them. Those are the ones you need to use other stuff for. Okay, now we need to actually, like, do stuff. Oh, we can't go to that next chest afterwards until later. I'm actually gonna zoom in here so I can see where the heck I'm supposed to go. It's actually a little higher up. We are pretty overleveled, so it shouldn't be that long to get this done. Now, this is the one that has both a chest and a Koroks in it, and this at the same time. I'm gonna pause the map while I check this off. There we go. Got that done. Let's just use our specials since we have that off. Okay. Now we need to quickly defeat this Yiga Blade Master so we can actually move on with our map. I didn't even need to turn into our other form. We just wrecked that guy. Yeah, the King's pretty strong since he's a really endgame character you get normally. Until much later. Alright, over here is where we're gonna have to find another Koroks. Probably out in somewhere. Yeah, here's a pinwheel. Sure enough. Okay, this is separated into two sections, but we need to go here first anyway. I feel like that thing just gives us rupees if we can hit it. We didn't get to hit it that time, though. It's really fast, to be fair. I'm gonna save time by waiting. Oh, that one's all the way on the edge. Looks like we're going around here first and defeating the moblins. Jeez, just that bomb alone did a lot of damage. I know we're overpowered by this mission, but this just shows you how powerful the king is when he has a powerful weapon. Okay, hang on. I need to wait a bit. I want to make sure I get everything first. But anyways, now I believe we go around this whole circle, and we should find a chest and a Koroks. Here's the Koroks. We'll just go ahead and mark all of these, since we're about to get the chest anyway, which should be right here. Hey, it's on a different side of the map. There it is. Got hearty truffle from that one. Get that one. Move that down there. So now all we need is the chest on the later half of the map, which we can't get to until we clear the main objectives enough. Our goal is to defeat Suga, one of the leaders of the Yiga clan. Before we do that, however, we are going to go up first to get a secret Korok up here. Game is actually frozen at a really good spot right now. We can focus on just exclusive. I think this particular guys I like better for taking out weaker enemies, and the other one I like better for when I face strong opponents. Blow that up, and that also exploded a barrel, which is nice. Now, those monster chests we do not have to clear, but we're choosing to do them anyway because it's really nice to use them. I hate how the game keeps pulling up the dodge, and I miss dodge even though they already know how to dodge game. Sometimes I feel like this game is trying to baby you a lot by just having those tutorials popping up. I guess it's nice in case you forget, but like, this many times gets a little annoying after a while. I already know how to dodge game. I think the only way to make this go away is to just press minus and quickly be back. Wastes a little bit of time, but it's better than doing nothing. Oops. I was about to say, if I actually hit something at that, that would have been crazy. Alright, Impa, your turn now. Beat this moblin for me. And that way we can actually do stuff. We needed quite a bit of time. Hopefully, our values haven't fallen too fast. Let's quickly get this keep captured too. Okay, now we need to get to the Hyrule Garrison. That's where our objective is. The king's already on his way over there. Our objective right now is to just defeat Suga. Alright, the only thing left now, besides, so I got this Korok, I remember that, because we physically got it. I just forgot to mark it. My biggest worry is I forget to mark something and also forget to collect it. Okay, King's closest, so we're gonna need to go here. Hit that bomb to explode all those people there. Just gonna get that done more quickly. There's a fire rod out there. We still haven't gotten fire rods since the last time we used them on our other objectives, so it's very important that we do that now while we still can. So we need to actually run into this to pick it up. There we go. Our fire rod's now fully recharged in case we need it. Punch those people, and then go over here. Then all right. Okay, that was fast. Time to quickly clear out these other enemies. We have specials, so we should use those to more quickly clear out the stuff we need. Once you get good at this game, you'll probably start to realize pretty quickly you don't always want to use the same thing on all the enemies. Well, that was really convenient. There was a bomb right next to it, and it immediately allowed us to weak point smash this mob over here that was going to probably take a while to get through that. We should just pick this up automatically. Yep, not too bad there. Breaking open these crates because they might contain something valuable. They could occasionally have items in them, very rarely too, so it's very important to grab them. In a hundo run, since we have so much stuff to do. I believe his smash is normally really fast, but not great. But because we're just dodging out of it, we get to do whatever combo we want, which is nice. And yes, capturing these keeps actually gives you materials in this game. Doesn't seem like much, but it's actually a big deal if you want to like efficiently farm stuff. Makes it important. Special this guy out of the way. It's crazy how broken the special attack is in this game now. You can just annihilate enemies with it. Especially useful if you can get multiple enemies at the same time. And now he tells us we need to go to the northern outpost to actually finish the enemies off. We are going to go ahead and take out the Sice Wizrobe first for some extra experience. Which we thankfully did pretty quickly. Impa's pretty broken, to be fair. Okay, so now we need to capture the other outposts leading to the keep. Nice. Freeze there. I just realized for some of the individual Bokoblins, they can kind of tell you based off of the shield. Like, based off of the item they use, what they are actually using. Trying to get this guy to back up so I can special them both at the same time. Oh, that was fast. Okay, that worked somehow. I thought that was nowhere close to that, but it somehow worked. Alright. We still need a lot of wood, too. We could be cutting down the trees right now, I guess. I think the smart play here is to capture his first outpost, then go down to get the collectibles. That was really fast. We didn't even need our special, so we could use it on a later fight now. We need to take out some of these Bokoblins. We do still need their trophies, after all. So it's important that we probably do that as much as we can here. I wonder if blue Bokoblins and the normal ones have different drops, or at least in terms of, like, trophies. I have no clue. I haven't done it enough. Either way, you should probably take them out while we still can. It's also good force we can go to. Yeah, don't ask me why, but we need wood for one of our later collectibles, so I'm just gonna gather it now. Okay, I think we now have enough because it's no longer green, which means we probably got enough now. Now we can just focus on this part. And yeah, the king will then defeat the remaining enemies for us. This mission looked hard at first, but it's not actually that bad. It's mostly just linear. And you can't really skip enemies anyway. There we go. Impa, you are going to go into the stronghold yourself. There we go. Now skip.
Steel yourself. I am ready.
Okay, that was really fast, Hinox. Oh, they're super far ahead. Yeah, I would call that a success. We kind of annihilated that person right away, to be fair. Where do we have to go now? I'm gonna stay with Leafa and Rivali for now, while I figure out a plan. Oh, that's right, here's the trick. Now we get fire scattered across the town, but we teleport back in. And Link has to do all the rest of this mission on his own from here. So that first part we were just forced to use Impa, and now Link comes back in. By the way, if you thought we could skip using Link, we can't. We must use him here anyway. But that's fine, Link is our best character, so this won't take long. So we need to start by taking out the Blade Master nearby. Tuga's kind of tricky. He kind of just randomly sometimes does a thing. Okay. Yeah, that's right. We've already taken out Koga, but now we face this right-hand man in this battle. Because previously we faced Koga before. It's a little weird you can even use Koga in this battle, considering you're fighting against the Yiga clan in this battle. Oh well. Now we skip this. And we're done with the mission. Look how much time we save by just not watching any of the cutscenes. Oh, hello. We already have a Rusty Claymore. Because we already used that. This weapon here is the Rusty weapon we got. So we should actually get rid of those, because we're not going to be using Rusty weapons for a while. From what I found out, you probably only really want one Rusty weapon per character. What do I want? Not that. Healing item fat, that's probably boring. Battle experience gets useless because by the end game we'll already be max level. Early on, that'd be a great skill to have on your weapon. Just good luck finding that. For one, KOs, that doesn't work really well in challenge battles, so get rid of that. Damage to mid-air enemies, that also is kind of useless. Most enemies are typically just on the ground. Attack range we could use. Special attack charge rate I might want. None of these. Notice how I'm removing all of the blank ones. we only really care about the weapons that already have seals on them. The other ones we can just get rid of. And also, it doesn't make sense to even sell weapons unless we fill up. Usually when that happens, though, that's usually a sign that we should upgrade. But maybe not with the king, because we did just get a bunch of useless crap. So, yeah, we'll probably not do that. Okay, so this is my way of checking if we got it done or not. Good, we did it. Alright, so the Yiga clan is now done and dusted for hopefully a good while. The game also lets you check which mission you need to go to in which order too, so I guess we could have done that too as well. We might start using that. Like, using this to select your chapters is probably a lot more efficient. Okay, it's fine. Need to switch now to the flail, which we locked previously over here. That's what we're going to use. Oh, Link is exactly maxed. It tells me we should probably... Oh, whoa. Before we do this, we need to fuse some of his weapons. The reason why we need so many is because he has 2 different weapon types, some of which he has to use in the battle, and we're blocking the prototype ancient sword just because it's a DLC weapon. I might choose to show it off later, but for now I'm doing the run without it, just so that you guys can see what it looks like without it. Right. Oh wait, what am I doing? That's not what I wanted to upgrade. I want the Master Sword, more powerful. Ideally, we'd probably just want to stare at the icons, and whichever ones we think match, that's usually the ones we want to use when fusing weapons. That one does not match. Not even close. That one's a good one, because that's our experience. That one's always great to have. That one I might keep for later when I get the upgraded version. And we'll just do one full of fuse with that. Okay, not bad. Alright, I used as much as I could. I don't think I could get much more, so we'll probably have to sell some stuff incoming. Actually, let's see. What do we not need? Broadsword, I don't know if that counts as a 6-tier weapon. We should probably just check what this looks like. Actually, better yet, if we go back to challenges, what will the weapon look like? That's our tell what one it works like. Okay, so that one's actually we might not use, but we also might use. We don't know if this is more powerful than the Master Sword, so we may want to keep this in the back burner in case we need it. Hang on. That's not what we want. And then this one, what does he look like now? That's actually just our normal sword. I might keep it anyways, because it looks cool. Oh, it shows... Oh, it does show you what it looks like, I guess. What does the boomerang do? Just the sword one again. What about this one? Now, this is a 2-handed weapon. Okay, that counts as a 2-handed weapon. The broadsword apparently does not count as a 2-handed weapon, so we could get rid of that, but that's also a rusty weapon. That would be a big waste if we use that. And then Royal Albert we're keeping because it's our only spear we have. And the rest we can probably just sell. Alright, anyways, we need our flail now, because we must use it for this mission, so let's go ahead and do that. I'm surprised I never did this. You'd think after getting a DLC and starting a DLC sub, we'd do this sooner, but oh well. It happens. I guess we also need to check our items off, since now we've collected all of that. So now our next mission on the storyline will be in Chapter 3, and we're gonna actually need to use Hestu anyways, because we are forced to. So that would be our next character we would power up, if any. Now we get to train against our own friends here. And of course, we can copy our weapons. That's a big thing about the flail. Alright. Like how you can choose to go into info, whereas previously in the original tutorial you actually didn't have a choice. That's, I think, one thing they did differently. You don't have to view the tutorials, you just... Because, like... Yeah, sorry, I said that weird. Sorry, it's just, you just need to use the minus button. That's what triggers it. In the original, you didn't have a choice, but in this game, you can choose whether or not to view the tutorials. Also, they're pretty brief anyways. They just appear briefly. Not for long, really. Can we use a different special with this? No, but whatever. Just kind of brutalize that Hylian captain right there. Didn't see that one coming, probably. He had a different weapon, too, so weapon works slightly different. Alright. So this basically gives Link access to all of his other weapons he already knows about. Like the spear, and the other weapons, like the one-handed sword, and of course the two-handed one. It's really strange, but it just works like that. We need to go back here. We kind of missed quite a few people over here. Alright. They're just kind of staring at us now. Some of the hard dudes would actually run away. There's an animation for them doing so when we finish, but since they're not enemies, I guess it makes sense they wouldn't run. Alright. They're not like the Bakob ones that we fought just recently. Alright, so that one's done now. If we choose to, we can now change back to the Master Sword, but I don't know yet. There might still be other times where we may have to use different weapons. I have no idea if we will have to use them in a bit. If we could just stick with one weapon with like that'd probably be ideal. May as well stick with what you think is best. Alright, Hestu is the target this time, since we must use him in the next battle. Almost said, like, her for a second. Whoops. Okay, I'll just leave it at that, because we might have to use rupees on other stuff. Speaking of that, we should probably actually do some of these. So let's do this quest. Which gets us a new special icon. We also get some bonus hearts. Usually got a bonus combo. Zelda's bow also gets a bonus combo now. Nice. And then we get this. Okay, that gave us a redo. Now a redo has to do. Alright, we'll just go ahead and do this because we need to do all these anyway. So those are the major ones we needed. There's another biking one, but that's EX. We don't want to do that. This one, oh, this is one of our registered, so we definitely want to do that.
Well done, my friend.
So that got upgraded again. So now we have, wow, we have 10 registrations. Wow. I think the first thing I want to do is assign both of these so we know where to actually collect those at some point. And then what else do we want to do after that? I don't think we have anything else. Maybe quest or just the monster ones. By monster ones, I mean this one. May as well mark as much as we can. Do I really want to be powered up? I don't know. That one's not kind of pointless to register, so we'll just register this one, and then go over here and register this one. This is a Link one anyway, so we might want the bonus hearts. Oh, there's one we missed, but that's fine. We can just do it instead. Yeah, that's right. I said this because this was just covers for Die Shop. Felt really useless at first. Okay, now we should have more things to focus on. So let's use our any rupees to buy that. Keep coming back here for Courser B honey, because it seems like we can't get enough of that item.
Yeah.
We need cane sugar as well. I know we... Oh, for a fact we need a lot of that item. How many metal ingots do we need? Because it looks like we had to buy a bunch there, too. I got you can see what they have, so you know whether or not you should buy or not.
Oh.
Fan for wheat we now have a bunch of. We'll grab some of these since we're low on them. Alright, back to just random challenges, or more specifically challenges we haven't done yet. Did all those. Let's do Daily Drills Goron, I guess. I think I get what you're doing now. You basically are facing off against our... I just realized I can't even use Daruk because Daruk is here, so I think you're supposed to actually just use Link here, apparently. It would make more sense if Daruk trained his own people, but if you're facing Daruk, yeah, we'll just stick with Link, I guess. But yeah, other than that, if you're wondering why we're not just jumping to the Korok challenges that have Koroks in them, Koroks or whatever they're called, it's simply because we need to unlock others before we can even do that. There is one I do want to get out of the way at some point, which I might dedicate time to later, but not right now. There's also a couple fairy fountains we still have to do. We should probably do those first, honestly. Remember the original game where we always had to fight, like, tons of these guys? Thankfully, they seem to know that the Gorons might be cuter than most people think, so of course they probably don't want us to take them all out right away. Seems a little cruel to do. Anybody who's seen my original playthroughs will just know how many Gorons you have to take out. It's just... it looks so bad for anybody who likes these kind of people. Okay, we're just gonna keep spinning. Mostly. It seems to be the fastest way to defeat them anyway. Since we're pretty overloaded, these missions are going a lot faster than they would be normally right now. There's a good reason why going for the storyline first is probably more important. You take longer to get through it, but at least these missions will be a little bit easier at first until they start to catch up with you. Only then does it actually get more difficult, but by then you'll have a lot more stronger weapons. You might even have like a level 30 weapon. Though, you don't actually really need that super-powered weapon to beat this game. We might be able to beat it without it. We just don't know when that time comes. For now, though, we're just kind of focusing on the challenges at the moment. The more we get done with these challenges, the easier it'll be. Obviously, our level does also improve our attack power as well. But yeah, again, if anybody didn't like us fighting a lot of Gorons in if anybody did not like fighting the Gorons in the original game, then you guys might want to look away from the video for a little bit until this mission is over. Just fair warning to you all. Oh my goodness, I got stunned like twice. Jeez. Excuse me while I special you down so I can keep going. Okay, apparently I missed one. Okay, they always seem to do the same attack over and over again, so we can defeat them pretty easily by doing that. Okay, good. Oh, now we face Daruk. So now we actually face Daruk now. If you're wondering, we did all the 6 level 6 urchins before already. But, alright, we're not gonna worry because we need to finish off the other stuff. Yeah, see, look, Daruk even respects that, Link is here, so I think you were supposed to use Link here. So that's what the game probably expects you to do. There we go, Link is at level 72. Oh, there's our cell, finally. We finally had to sell stuff. No, not that. Let's get rid of that. That one's not great. That one's really bad. Damage from enemies might be useful later on. Attack range is probably great, but, that I don't really care about. I know that's, the same one. We probably want to get rid of that. I'm gonna keep this just because it looks cool. Improves quality of found weapons. That might... we should keep that in case. That's just a plus. That's the same one as before. Why don't we just keep these? We almost have 4 of the same setup. Okay, let's sell everything except Boomer. Except this one and the ones that say for less damage on them. And also strong attack damage maybe, because I think we have that as well on our weapon. Didn't look like we sold a lot, but that's fine. I mean, just kind of has a lot of weapons that he's hurting. This web character, it seems like it's really hard to find weapons for him. Later on, we'll probably get more space for them, though. That's a thing we can still do. Okay, that gave us a new collectible here to get. Increases chance of great success in fusing. Great success in fusing. So that would be for the blacksmith. Okay, that seems like it could be useful. Do you have fire keys? No, you do not. Do we have any linked things we can do? We can actually check that too. Like, if you go to registered, you can see which one is blinking. And check just based off of that. Oh, if that one's done, then that means you're probably good.
Yeah. Oh. Oh.
Okay, free roll of ice we can now do. That was a lot of hardy durians we needed for that one. Alright. Now we can add this. So now it'll show us where the fire key swings are, though we'll probably have to go to Death Mountain for some of those. Just a guess. This is a restricted one. So we'll wait on that, because we still have to go through all the other ones first. Alright, next on challenge would be probably in here or here. We now do fish out of water. This would make more sense if we use Maifa, so let's use Maifa for a bit. Maifa is a really weapon, surprisingly, probably because she hasn't found any rusty weapons yet, but that's fine. Oh, actually, we have one that's much more stronger, and we have one that has this. Yeah, let's equip this. I know that she had a more powerful version. I think initially we weren't really getting any great weapons to her, but we have one that's slightly more powerful, so we'll use that. We'll just use her, like, briefly. Let's give her... Let's just give her some movement speed. And damage. Where's the raw damage one? Let's do that. And then let's just do a little bit of defense or safety. I know we don't need to this, but it's funny. If a mission becomes more of a struggle, we might do this more often. Who knows? Alright. Some of these layer missions look really hard to 100%. Like I said, some of them have a lot of enemies or a lot of Koroks to find. Just, it's gonna take a lot longer to 100% those. And once we get back, we'll probably be at about the same we left before, except we'll be a little bit higher level. This time we need to capture the outpost on. That was nice. We summoned that really right on top of that person. So we were able to defeat him pretty quickly. Alright, just 2 more captains to go and we'll be done with this one. If I remember, Maifa Special's a little weird. Because it's, I believe, supposed to be similar to what her power actually is in Breath of the Wild, which probably explains why it also heals you in addition to doing other stuff. See, it heals us. Nice. Lots of items there from just capturing that one keep. Alright. Yeah, we're coming, mate. We're coming, mate. Just need to go around a little bit longer. It didn't even say we're struggling in battle for some reason. that's done now. Look at all the stuff we got just from capturing the keeps here. And we're done with that. Easy enough. Because it's a lower level mission, we're only getting weaker weapons, unfortunately. But we still need to do some of these anyways, because that's how we unlock the next missions. The next one in a linear order is actually going to be the Fairy Fountain, conveniently enough. So we'll be doing that next. Okay, we got a few things to appear. I didn't even see where those appeared, though. I have no idea. It was so fast, like, it just showed me it, and then it just, like, completely bailed us out. Like, what the heck?
Well done, my friend.
Oh, this is a good one. Damage times 12%? That's a really useful one. That might be a useful one for the harder missions. Need more of these, though. Or... oh, no, it was this one we need more of. Alright, that's fine. We'll get more Goron Spice anyway, probably, when we do the other challenges. You get so many... yeah, look, we get some here whenever we finish that. Alright. Okay. Now I'm going to save here. And we're going to call it quits. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment, rate, subscribe for some more content. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.